ETH, we start with 1 hour chart. Just I want to give you a quick update. First of all, if you refer to my last analysis, since the price was within this correction, within here, we mentioned even if this is the opportunity for sell, I mentioned I'm not really interested because I mentioned it's a short term. This is what we get. And even if I mentioned if anyone get the sell from here, as long as they get into the profit, they should move their stop loss to break even because we're looking for the reversal. That's why I mentioned for if we get any opportunity for buy, we will take it anyway. Whoever get the trade for buy within this range, if they want to keep the trade, at least move their stop loss to break even. Because from what we see based on the indicators, if we refer to the indicators, we see is losing the momentum. And as well here, there is a possibility simply the price tag, even if we refer to this one, we see we had a divergence, and there is a possibility that simply the price tag, it tends to divergence for one more drop. Either the next drop is going to retest the lowest price, or we get one more drop similar to what we have here, and it tends to flat. Anyway, for those traders, they get a trade for buy. If they keep the trade, at least move their stop loss to break even. No one to see what's the next. All right, because as we can see, still we are within this correction. We want to see the breakout of this correction, and we are more interested to look for buy for the long term. Anyway, we move to daily chart. You want to see what we have based on daily chart. And again, if we move to daily chart, still we are within this correction. If we refer to what analysis I mentioned, we can expect to be within this correction for a longer time. I know the only question again, I'm repeating whether this is the start of the up move or this one is going to be relative to this. And we can expect this one turn to flat for one more drop before we get the reversal. Which one we cannot confirm, but technically we prefer to get this one. All right. The reason is it can give us better confirmation for buy as a long term, and even if it give us a divergence based on daily chart, but right now we cannot see anything. That's why if the price consolidate here for a longer time, we get one more drop following by divergence based on daily chart, it can give us better confirmation for the reversal as a long term. Anyway, even we mentioned it doesn't mean we cannot look for buy within this correction. If we get any opportunity for buy within the correction, we will take it and we will start to manage whether it's moving in our direction or not. Okay. And in this case, we move to forward chart and we want to see what we have based on forward chart. First things, we need to adjust this one. At least we put somewhere around 27 or 80. Maybe later based on 1 hour chart, may I move to more 1 hour chart. I will see what's the exact value we prefer to look put. And this is, I think, is a good because as we can see, one time the price tag, one time here, this is where the price tried to tag, but there was no breakout. We see the breakout here, but we see the reversal. All right. Now, as we can see, the 2780 is quite a strong support. And even here, the price times tag, but there was no breakout and we see reversal. No one see what's the next. Anyway, we move to forward chart and we want to see how we can look at the chart. First things, based on forward chart, we mentioned if there is a breakout of 3, say 170, we can look for 3280 following by 3430, because if we see the breakout of this correction, this zone, mostly we will be in the bull run, the uptrend, because we want to see at that time the price at least return to the zone for previous correction. All right, that's why we mentioned we want to see the first things whether the price can break to 3170 or not. Anyway, right now we're looking at this one. Okay, and as we can see, this is the sharp move following by this correction. If this one turned to a deeper correction, we can look for one move up, at least the price tag 3170. But no one see how we can look at this one. Can we put at the 1, 2, 3 internal flat in relative to this for one move up? That's why this is what we get. Still, we can look for continuation, but at that times, if this one turned to flat, we can expect to get one more drop. Maybe the next drop is the one is going to break the lowest price of this correction. At that times, we can confirm with this flat. I say maybe. The reason I say maybe, if the price cannot break this one, maybe this one can turn to a more deeper, the more complex correction and deeper correction before we get one more drop. All right, but at this times, this is what we get as a 1, 2, 3. If there is no breakout, we can look for one more drop before we get the reversal. And this is the best we want it, because if we see the price break this correction, that's mean the lowest price of this correction, then we can conform with this. In the bigger picture, we can conform with this one as an internal flat. All right. And as we can see, if we refer to the indicators is losing the momentum. All right. But if we want to look for buy from here, we can look for one move up as a short term. This is the only things we got here. And because still we are within this correction, any trade within the correction, we consider as a short-term trade. All right. And if we move to 1 hour chart, as I mentioned, for those traders, they get the trade from here. If they want to keep the trade for long term, at least move their stop loss to break even. And now we want to see what's the next. If we look at this one as a sharp move following by correction, if we get any trade setup for buy, the first target we can look for is 3120 as a 27% of this. And the 61% is somewhere around 3220. But we should know that if we get any trade setup with a breakout of 3120, we mentioned the second target can be 3220. But at that time, so we need to look for, see whether the price can break 3170 or not. Okay, because if the price tag 3170, if there is a breakout, then we can look for the next target. If not, maybe this is the, we consider as a second target. Anyway, how to look for trade? As we mentioned, if there is a continuation from here with the price tag, the previous top, maybe we see the divergence, and even we see the price may give us one more drop. Then, if anyone wants to put the entry above the top, we should know that what we want the price sharply breaking, continue the price tag, and we see is not moving in our direction, we are not going to keep the trade for long term. And I'm not really confident to suggest to have entry above this. For me, I don't think so I will do it. Because there is a possibility the price tag, even we see the continuation as a corrective. If the price continue as a corrective, mostly we are not going to keep the trade. Maybe we can refer to what we had here. Because if there is a continuation as a corrective following by divergence, we can expect the price to drop. At that time, so any sharp move following by correction flag, we can take the trade as a sell, may similar to what we get here. Right? Then how we can look for trade for buy? For me, I prefer to get one more drop. If I see flat, then any reversal from there, I will take the trade, because the next drop can give me a confirmation whether the price is going to retest the 2780 or not. If I get this one turn, what I can say, if this one turned to deeper correction, at least following by one more drop, then may I consider to look for buy, and I will follow these targets. All right, and following by 3170 as I discussed. Then if the price continue from here, either as a corrective, we just let it go. As a sharp move, maybe we can put our entry above here. That's why I mentioned if anyone wants to put the entry above the top, they need to be quite careful. And if the price tag this is not moving, we won't keep the trade more than 2 hours. All right. Anyway, right now we're looking at this correction. If we get any opportunity for buy, we will take it. And this is the targets we're looking for. And how about if the price drop from here? If the price drop from here, following by correction, also we can look for sell. All right, but at that time, so you need to consider whether we're going to put our stop loss here or above the top. That's why I prefer, if I want to look for buy, at least I need to see the continuation as a corrective, or the price tag the previous top following. Then we see the rejection following by sharp move flag, we prefer to sell. All right, if you want to look for sell, we prefer to see the continuation either as a corrective following by a sharp move flag, similar to what we get here. All right, it doesn't mean that if the price drop from here, we cannot sell. We want to see one move up with the price retest the previous top, following by that we see the confirmation for the divergence, then we see the rejection. This is the best if we want to look for sell. All right, anyway, at this time, we don't see any trade setup either for buy or sell. And from what we have right now, mostly if we get any opportunity to look for buy, we will take it with one move up. Then if we see there is no continuation, we prefer to sell from there rather than selling from here. All right, this is what we prefer, to get one move up. If there is no continuation, then from there we take the sell. And if we get the sell, we expect the price drop to 2780. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.